Emotions. They are like the weather inside us. Sometimes a brilliant sunshine of joy warms our days, other times a sudden storm of anger might rage. Perhaps a gentle rain of sadness falls quietly, or a thick fog of confusion clouds our thoughts. These feelings are a constant presence in our lives. They shape our experiences every single moment. But emotions are more than just fleeting sensations. They are complex events, woven into the fabric of our minds and bodies. They influence how we perceive the world around us. They guide our decisions, big and small. They help us connect with other people, or sometimes they push us apart. Think of your feelings as messengers. What are they trying to tell you? A pang of fear might be a warning of danger. A surge of excitement could signal an opportunity. Even uncomfortable emotions like frustration have a purpose. Let us begin to unravel the mysteries of our emotions. Scientists have long been fascinated by emotions. Some researchers suggest there are a few basic emotions. These are thought to be fundamental human experiences. You might recognize them easily. They are often described as being shared across different cultures. People all over the world might feel these core emotions. What are these so-called basic emotions? Commonly, the list includes joy, sadness, anger, and fear. Surprise and disgust are also frequently named. Imagine the pure delight of a child with a new toy. That is joy. Think of the heavy heart that comes with loss. That is sadness. Picture the flushed face of someone treated unfairly. That is anger. Remember the racing pulse when you sense danger. That is fear. These basic emotions are often seen as distinct. Each one is thought to have its own unique signature. This signature might include specific facial expressions. It could also involve particular changes in our bodies. For example, your heart might beat faster with fear or anger, but it might slow down with sadness. Are they truly the simple building blocks they appear to be, or is there more to their story? How do we know what someone else is feeling? Often we look at their face. Some scientists believe that basic emotions have universal facial expressions. A smile, for instance, is widely seen as a sign of joy. People from very different parts of the world might recognize it. Similarly, a frown often signals sadness or displeasure. These expressions are like a nonverbal language. They communicate our inner state quickly. Consider the other basic emotions. When someone is angry, their eyebrows might lower, their lips might press together tightly. Fear can make eyes widen and the mouth open slightly. Surprise often looks similar to fear at first. Eyebrows raise and the jaw might drop. Disgust can lead to a wrinkled nose and a curled upper lip. These patterns are thought by some to be part of our biology. They are quick signals to those around us, but it is not just our faces that tell the story. Our bodies also react when we feel basic emotions. Your heart might pound when you are scared or angry. Your breathing might become faster and shallower. These expressions and bodily changes are not always simple, though. Why do we have these basic emotions? What purpose do they serve? Many researchers believe they have important adaptive functions. This means they helped our ancestors survive and thrive. Think of emotions as rapid response systems. They prepare us to deal with important events in our environment. They do this quickly, often before we even consciously think. This can be incredibly useful. Fear is a clear example. Imagine our ancestors encountering a dangerous predator. The feeling of fear would trigger a cascade of changes. The heart would race, pumping more blood to muscles. Breathing would quicken, taking in more oxygen. Senses would sharpen. All of this prepares the body to either fight or flee. This quick automatic response could mean the difference between life and death. Anger, too, can be adaptive. It can mobilize us to confront a threat. It can help us overcome obstacles or defend our resources. Disgust prompts us to avoid things that could be harmful. Think of rotten food or contaminated water. The feeling of disgust makes us recoil. This protects us from illness. Joy encourages us to seek out and repeat experiences that are good for us. So these basic emotions are not just feelings. Beyond the basics exploring complex emotions, life is full of feelings that seem richer and more layered than just basic joy or sadness. These are often called complex emotions. Unlike basic emotions, which some see as more automatic, complex emotions involve more thought. They require us to interpret situations. They depend on our understanding of social rules and relationships. They are often a blend of basic emotions, mixed with our thoughts and beliefs. What makes an emotion complex? One key factor is cognitive appraisal. This means how we think about a situation influences what we feel. For example, losing a game might make one person angry, but another person might feel disappointed or even amused. The difference lies in their thoughts about the game. Was it important? Was the outcome fair? Our interpretations shape the emotional flavor. Social context is also crucial for complex emotions. Many of these feelings arise in our interactions with others. Think about emotions like guilt, shame, or pride. These feelings often relate to how we see ourselves in the eyes of others. They involve an awareness of social norms and expectations. The many shades of feeling. Examples of complex emotions. Let's explore some examples of complex emotions. Guilt is a common one. You might feel guilty when you believe you have done something wrong. Perhaps you hurt someone's feelings or broke a promise. Guilt often motivates us to make amends. It can help repair relationships. It involves self-reflection and an understanding of moral standards. It is more than just sadness. It is sadness linked to a specific action or inaction. Shame is closely related to guilt, but it feels different. While guilt is about what you did, shame is often about who you are. It is a painful feeling of being flawed or inadequate. It can make you want to hide or disappear. For instance, failing an important exam might lead to shame. This feeling is deeply social. It often arises from a fear of negative judgment from others. Pride is another powerful complex emotion. It is the positive feeling you get from your achievements or from the achievements of someone you are close to. Graduating from university or completing a difficult project can bring pride. It involves a sense of self-worth and accomplishment. Culture's colors, how society shapes our emotional display. While some feelings might be shared by all humans, how we express them can vary greatly. Culture plays a huge role in shaping our emotional displays. Every society has its own unwritten rules about emotions. These are sometimes called cultural display rules. They tell us which emotions are okay to show. They also guide how intensely we should show them, and in what situations. These rules are learned from a young age. For example, in some cultures, openly expressing strong emotions like anger or grief is encouraged. It might be seen as honest and authentic. In other cultures, emotional restraint is valued more highly. People might be expected to remain calm and composed, even in difficult situations. Showing too much emotion could be seen as a sign of weakness or immaturity. These differences are not about what people feel, but about what they show. The way emotions are understood can also differ. Some languages have words for emotional states that do not exist in others. This suggests that culture can even shape the way we categorize and experience our feelings. What one culture sees as a single emotion, another might break down into several distinct feelings. The unique individual emotional landscapes. Beyond broad cultural influences, each of us has a unique emotional landscape. Your personality plays a part in this. Some people are naturally more prone to experience positive emotions. They might be generally cheerful and optimistic. Others might tend towards more negative emotions. They might worry more or feel sad more easily. These tendencies are linked to personality traits that can be quite stable over time. Genetics also contributes to our emotional makeup. We might inherit predispositions towards certain emotional responses. Some people might be born with a more sensitive emotional system. They might react more intensely to emotional triggers. Others might be more resilient or even keeled. Of course, genes are not destiny. They interact with our experiences to shape who we become. It is a complex interplay. Our life experiences are incredibly powerful in shaping our emotions. Emotions in perspective, a bridge to deeper understanding. We have journeyed through the fascinating world of emotions. We began by seeing them as a vibrant, ever-present part of our inner lives. We explored the idea of basic emotions like joy, sadness, and anger. These are often considered fundamental and widely recognized. We saw how they might be expressed through our faces and bodies. These expressions can act as quick signals to others. We then considered why these basic emotions are important. They can act as survival signals, prompting us to act in ways that protect us and help us thrive. But our emotional world is richer than just these basic states. We delved into complex emotions such as guilt, pride, and jealousy. These feelings involve more thought and are deeply connected to our social lives. They add intricate layers to our experiences. Crucially, we have seen that emotions are not just fixed biological programs. Culture shapes how we express and even understand our feelings. Our individual personalities, genetic makeup, and life stories also paint our unique emotional landscapes. Each person experiences and shows emotion in their own way. This makes the study of emotion both challenging and deeply rewarding.